Hey, Autumn Ridge Church family, welcome to our living room. We thought we'd do a little fireside chat with you, and it's our plan to have this set up every Wednesday evening because we want you to hear from us.
Yeah, welcome. We know that this is a tough time of transition with the virus going around and everybody's feeling a little lonely in their self-quarantine. But we wanted to let you know that we're here with you.
Yeah, and we were hoping that this would be a source of encouragement for you. And also, since we can't be together, this would be a chance for people to get to know you and me a little bit. Okay. All right. Hey, I want to say real quickly that I loved the live stream and I love how everybody responded. We were just overwhelmed with positive comments, some really great feedback on how we can make it better. And the team is working on doing that right now. Heather, you did something fun. You hosted a watch party while doing the live stream.
I got the idea from several of you. And I thought, well, I'm going to host a watch party because I knew that there were people that I was friends with from Utah, from California, from all over the country who might want access to our Sunday services. And so sure enough, I had people from Utah, from California, really everywhere.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't know if you've heard this yet, but this weekend, there were over 7,000 devices that logged into our live stream services. And so we can't count people, but we can count devices. And so 7,000 people, 35 states, 4 countries, and many of those people are going to be right here around Rochester. And that's exciting for us because we really want to connect well with this community during this time. And we want to serve our community during this time.
Right. One of the benefits of that, too, is that you get to be the host. And so you're interacting with your own friends and family who want to connect and engage about the service together.
All right. Hey, I want to share with you real quickly some things that I've learned about you. Things I've learned about Autumn Ridge Church during this time. One, this is a church. You are people who are quick to love, quick to welcome, quick to respond to needs. You are eager to help. I love that. Frankly, I'm not surprised by that, but that's been fantastic to see. Heather, we had a little bit of fun.
Right.
Yeah.
So many of you heard Rick's message last week where he talked a little bit about all these sweet gifts that we've been receiving, flowers and food and great stuff, but no one had given us toilet paper. Well, I'm happy to report that our toilet paper inventory has increased and we are just fine.
We're totally fine. I think we had 14 rolls delivered.
14 rolls of toilet paper. In fact, if you need some, let me know.
We can be a toilet paper outpost.
We will be a toilet paper outpost for you.
For people in need. All right. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me be serious real quick. I want to share with you something that I've learned about the staff. This is not the way that any brand new senior pastor dreams of or plans to start their new tenure. But nonetheless, this is what it is. I'm grateful for the team that I'm working with. But let me tell you what I've learned about the staff of Autumn Ridge Church. These are women and men who are incredibly professional. These are women and men who care deeply about you and they want to get things right. They worked so hard this past week to be able to change how our church primarily engages people so that you could have a service. If you could see what I could see, you would be so proud of them. You would be so thankful for them. So what I hope that you'll do whenever you see one of our pastors or one of our many staff members, whether they're on the custodial team, kids ministry team, whether they're working in care ministry, whatever, if you would send them a note of encouragement, if you when you see them, don't give them a hug, give them an air hug. Introverts Unite air hugs. But if you would just communicate to them how much you appreciate what they did, they would never want you to know how hard they were working on your behalf. But I want you to know because I'm so incredibly impressed with them. And I'm so incredibly grateful that I get to be a part of this team. They are fantastic women and men. They're great to be a part of. Yeah. All right. So Heather, we have a way for people to get connected during this time of social distancing. And I'm going to let you share that in just a second, but I want to say something real quick. Right now, lots of people are wondering, what is my church going to be doing during this time of need? And there's a couple of ways we can think about church. Sometimes we think about church as a facility. I think right now we're realizing, no, facility is a great tool. It's a space that a church owns, but the building itself is not the church. Sometimes we think when we use the word church, really we mean the staff. What are the staff doing? But I want us to think about this real quick. When we talk about what is my church doing, it's what all of us are doing collectively to serve others. But some of you might be in a position where you're thinking, I need some help right now. How do I make my church aware so that they can help me? Heather, will you tell them about that?
Yeah, we actually have a phone number dedicated to connection. And let me just read this off to you. You can text to 507-203-2020. Text the word connect, just connect. Don't include any exclamation points or punctuation of any sort. And hit send. And within a few minutes, you'll actually receive a link where you can send some prayer requests, concerns that you've been made aware of. It's a great way to stay involved and help your church leaders know where the help is needed.
That's right. So this is basically a digital connection card. So if you've been to service at Autumn Ridge and you've seen the paper card, think of this as a digital connection card. And this is a great way for you to help us know how to pray for you. Let us know what needs you have. Someone will respond to you personally. I promise. Someone will respond to you personally. We want to make sure that we're rallying all the resources we have to respond to those needs. And it's also a place for people to make suggestions. And listen, we want to get better as we're trying to engage in this new way. Right now, we're doing this Fireside Chat. Heather and I are filming this with my laptop. Next week, I think the quality will be a little bit better. I hope you tune in then. But if I could just, give a shout out again, a pat on the back to our staff. They're working hard to do brand new things. They're experimenting. They are being incredibly innovative. And I think you're going to see some of the things that they do, the quality rapidly increase. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. So stay tuned, especially to our social media platforms, and look out for new information and ways to engage via your email inbox.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, for those of you who do follow me on social media, you might have seen that I posted this earlier. Did I get the grammar right on that? You might have seen this before. I'm just kidding. I've never seen that before. Hey, you might have seen, not saw, you might have seen that I posted unity has nothing to do with proximity. And that's true. The church is essentially all of those of us who have placed our faith in Christ. And so you have the church universal, and then you have local churches. And the church is really those who are united by our faith in Jesus and our allegiance to Jesus and what he's done for us. And that has nothing to do, the unity that we share has nothing to do with how close we are together. But you know what does? Intimacy has a lot to do with proximity. Connection has a lot to do with proximity. And right now, during this necessary time of social distancing, where the best thing we can do for one another, the best thing that we can do to contribute to our community is to engage in social distancing. Out of that, our dog just joined us. Everyone say hello to Nola. During this time of social distancing, while it is a good thing to do, we can experience discouragement. And we can experience loneliness. Heather, you're one of the most gifted people I've ever met at really being able to recognize and respond well to when people are feeling lonely or discouraged. What advice do you have for us?
Yeah. As many of you know, I manage a team remotely. So no matter where I am, I have a team that works all over the world. And one of the ways that we stay connected is daily check-ins. And that's contacting each other, text or for at work, then sometimes it's a video chat but every day it's nice to check into somebody, especially if you are concerned about someone who's lonely. Make sure that just check in. How are you? Are you doing okay? And get outside with your friends. We're not quarantined indoors. We can go outside. And so go for a walk at a safe distance, or snowshoeing if it snows again, or
and I need golf to come. Please, no more snow.
But there's a lot of great ways. Social media is actually already in place and such a great tool for us to connect. Like what's it called? Can't think of that one.
You can leverage things like Marco Polo.
Marco Polo is a great one. You can take a video chat of yourself and you send them back and forth to either one friend or a group of friends.
That's right. GroupMe.
GroupMe is another really great one. You have Facebook and Instagram, and Facebook you can even do a video chat. or FaceTime if you have iPhones. There's a lot of ways to connect. And I'd make sure you're checking not only just on the people you know, but on the people around you, like your neighbors.
Yeah.
I know we've got some elderly neighbors around us.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, how do I get to know my neighbors when I'm brand new and it's social distancing? I'm trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I am. I think it would be a good idea to make a little gift basket with maybe a roll of toilet paper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, a little roll of toilet paper, maybe some snacks, and just to set it on their doorstep and say, "Hey, we're next door."
It doesn't have to be big.
Yeah.
But it has to be genuine.
Yeah.
Okay. Heather, I like that. I like those ideas. Guys, thanks for joining us for our very first Fireside Chat. Welcome to our living room. I'm glad you got to meet Nola a little bit here. And I hope you guys have a great week. I hope that we'll continue to rally around and love on each other. And let's continue to trust in Christ. He is the source of confidence that we have. And He is the foundation for everything that we do as we're doing our best to respond with prudence and with love. Guys, we are so happy to be here. We're happy to be a part of this church. We're grateful to be on this team. We love you, and we look forward to what's coming next. Have a great night.